interplay between the bass and the piano. Oh,
Tired of this?
Excited! Oh yeah! Yeah, baby.
And welcome to the Leafcast. a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. Oh, my name is Brian, and I'm currently hanging upside down. And I'm currently in love with 3 women.
And I'm Ryan's brother Dan, and I am a big-eared Luby or whatever.
So you're a stupid Luby?
Yeah, stupid Luby, yeah. And we are the Way to Leaf, and this is the Leafcast. Welcome. We are in Winter's Heart, chapter 11 and 12.
Absolutely.
We're here every Tuesday. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, episode 147.
Episode 147. We're here every Tuesday at this time, talking Wheel of Time. We're also here on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we talk a spoiler edition of all kinds of theories. It's called Tavern Talk. But we're not doing Tavern Talk. We're doing our first-time readers in our first-time readers show. We have first-time readers in the back. Why don't we bring them in, my man?
I can't wait. Let's bring him in.
Right.
Dan, do you think we're going to be able to get Kay Sai to give up her britches?
Bridget, yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about that because Min is like walking around in like boots with heels and breeches that are all tight. I bet you I bet you that works pretty well for her.
Oh yeah, I imagine she's trending on some certain porn sites. All right, let's bring him in.
Yep. Whoop.
I'm never coming out after that intro.
Let's say, are we breaching the bridges? What?
We're reaching the bridges. Yeah.
Breaching the bridges.
Seriously. What about my britches? What are you talking about?
All my bridges into the house. Say ho!
Oh, you're ditching them tonight, Kay. That's what we're saying. Min refuses, but I think you won't.
Ditching the bridges.
Ditching the bridge. That's a good podcast name. Ditching the bridges.
Ditching the bridges.
Ditching the bridges.
Ditching the bridges. Yeah,
little-
nice.
That's kind of a good podcast name for like a sex worker thing. I'm gonna write it down anyways.
Ditching.
Ditching the bridges. Wait,
Pants
so-
off.
So Rand gets his fingers up in there easier, right?
Uh-huh.
Say yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, I feel like the music is going like. What is with that?
Is this sounding weird?
It did for a second.
Okay, let me know if it keeps happening.
Does it feel like it's the ceiling is dripping on you? Are there any other hallucinations that are occurring?
No.
Okay. Okay. Rats.
Are the voices in your head or without your head?
Or giving you head.
Oh.
We're starting
What was
hard.
that in there? Say
I'd
again?
like
That's
to think that
amazing.
every
Yeah,
beanie has
Wow,
its own
I
accent.
understand you. What was that, man?
I picture that every beanie you put on has its own unique accent for the voice in your head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like,
I thought you said-
hello, Josh.
I thought you said each one has a strip of acid in the headband, but Jimi Hendrix style.
Just
Have you ever
absorbing
been-
acid. Wait, did he really do that?
Yeah, he would put a 10 strip of acid in his headband.
I did not
Yep.
know this.
Nuts.
What I feel like that's not very effective. I feel like that wouldn't be as effective as he wanted it to be. Did it work? Did it work?
You tell me if you listen to Jimi Hendrix, is he tripping?
I mean,
Okay,
he said his
Fair
guitar on
enough.
fire.
True. So he just like takes the little like Visine bottles that they come. I'm guessing they might come in something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
And then he just like just douses his entire like Rasta beanie and the forehead. Why wouldn't you do wristband? Oh, he did have wristbands, didn't he?
The headband, and he would tie it in there. I thought.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
making
what I
this
heard
up,
too.
Tie it?
But
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
it-
a spot.
headband, and he tie it. You were talking about, right? Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
And then he had his stomach pumped because he had so much semen. No, that was Rod Stewart.
He got kicked out of high school for having sex in the hallway with a girl.
Was that Jimi Hendrix?
Rod
Yep.
Stewart?
But all
I
these
don't know.
are probably lies, but it is interesting because Josh, I've heard the same thing, and I
Yeah,
believe the
it's
same thing.
entirely some
I don't know if it's
mythological-
canonical.
We all
Yeah.
heard Richard
Oh,
Gere
lots of
Durable.
those.
We all hear that. So I don't. That does seem like an odd choice. If you're gonna take acid, just put it on your mouth,
Yeah.
and then
I think he wanted
Yeah,
it
but-
to come on slower.
Yes,
That's what I was
because
thinking.
he's a student of the trip.
yeah, but it takes like a
But
good
you're
90 minutes for it to kind of kick in, anyway. So
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
sweating and shit, and he's playing up there. and-
Yeah, he waited till he got all hot and bothered. He wanted it. He wanted a climax with the crowd.
I see.
Anyways,
You know, yeah, it was like when he found out the next day that he really set his guitar on fire. He was like, "Oh, I thought I was just tripping. That really happened. It did burn. Damn,
Woo.
I like that guitar."
oh no dissing. We love huge fan.
No,
Oh,
in
yeah.
fact, no. And we
You-
yeah. Well, we'll
In
diss
fact, I
JIM.
wish I was the girl he had sex with in high school. I love him so much.
Ryan,
Same.
we'll diss JIMMY, but we will not diss JIMI.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett can suck it.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett, Jimmy Page, Jimmy
Jimmy
Buffett.
Dore.
Carter.
And enjoy his cheeseburger in paradise. For all I care. No, I'm just kidding. Didn't expect everyone to get so quiet.
Is he alive?
Jimmy Buffett? No, he just passed recently.
From what?
He's absolutely
Something boring like pancreatic
No,
cancer.
I think it was melanoma. I think he got skin cancer.
Because he's so much. Oh, because he lived it up too much.
I think he may have.
Too many Mai Tais in the sun.
He's like,
Yeah, I mean,
oh,
yeah,
the temperature's
Coming to his
the
own.
temperature's dropping below 80. I must go to my summer home. Stay in the sun. Is
Well, I mean,
That's
God,
so-
hey, if we all live Jimmy Buffett's life, God bless us, one and all.
uh,
Oh, he's-
but how many goddamn cows could have been saved if that asshole didn't write that damn song? It could have been a veggie burger.
Cheeseburger in
could've been-
paradise, Ryan.
Come on.
It did right. So if
There's
it was
a
hot dog,
holocaust of cows happening.
if it was like chicken wings in paradise.
pea protein shakes. into
I
it.
don't think.
Yeah, pea protein. Yes, that's way. Pea protein shake.
Vegetable-based diet in paradise. Oh, no.
Wasted
Oh my
away.
God, I can totally see you guys doing a whole
Yeah.
thing where you just like take all of these really ridiculous songs already, but make them more ridiculous. Like you guys could totally do that. Dan, you're a natural. Look at that protein.
What? Well, all right. We'll talk about Jimmy Buffett in due time.
Wait, what's that guy's name that did all those remakes? What am I thinking of?
Weird Al.
Like Weird Al
yeah.
style. That's
Yeah.
Weird Al's good.
There you go.
I might cry when he dies.
Weird Al?
Yeah, I cried when Kurt Cobain died.
Yeah.
I cried when my parents died.
Sorry. The
I
two
think I'll
are Kurt Cobain and
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 Weird Al.
Weird Al. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
guess who's
I mean,
playing-
Robert Smith is still alive. I might cry when he dies, but that'd
Yeah.
just be like the way he'd want it.
Guess
Go on,
what
Josh.
band is playing in
I
Atlanta
don't know.
next week?
Why?
Mr. Bungle.
Oh
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Isn't that fucking awesome?
wow!
Like, I know that he's still like doing music, but that's amazing.
As Mr. Bungle, too. The whole band. I was like,
Wow!
are we going to see that show?
Easy, cool.
If I knew in advance. But
I know, damn it. Damn it!
Well,
All right,
I've been
anybody in
sitting
the-
here. Oh,
I was going to say,
thumbing
chat.
my ear like a looby.
Oh, okay. I thought you had an itch.
Nah, thumbing my ear like a looby, guys.
Like a looby.
Huh? All right, what's a looby?
Yes.
Weird Al's the best. His polka, like their polka compilation, like breakdown of songs. It's so good.
All right, so what pina colada? Come on, pretty mama. Too.
No,
No.
You like
No, what
pina
song?
coladas?
Pina
And getting
colada and getting lost in the rain or something.
yeah.
If you're not into yoga and you have half a
Did I just do a
I always
mashup?
make up my own lyrics. I don't know lyrics.
I want the bitches on the floor now.
Cut through all this red tape.
All right, let's jump into chapter 11, shall we?
yes, please.
Yes.
Chapter 11 is called Ideas of Importance. It has the two seagulls meeting high fives. Hey, bro. They're like just scored a Super Bowl touchdown, and they're like, yeah. That's how they celebrate, I think. Oops. That.
You know that thing right there.
Right there. It is a Rand chapter, aka Newly.
Newly.
I said a newly. Oh.
Newly.
And Rand steps through a gateway in the top of the royal palace in Camelin. He is with Min. Right off the bat, I gotta ask, guys. Quote: "Taint oozing."
Yeah.
Is that-
Ew.
No.
Yes and ew.
Clearly, you've not
Taint
learned how
oozing.
to control your Kegel muscles if your taint is oozing.
What? You know, it comes drippy. You get
I-
drippy.
If a taint is
I'm not.
oozing,
I'm not going to drippy taint as sexual. No, I'm sorry.
All right, actually, yeah, no. You're getting a no.
Well, what's a looby?
Okay, I'll drink to Luby. I'll drink to Luby. That's all good with me.
Wasn't there a movie called Luby? Gooby? No, Luby. Gooby? Chat, if you know what I'm thinking, I think there was a movie called Luby or Gooby or something. Anyways, but Rand is not Rand. He is Newly. He's a Newly Luby. He is short. He's ugly. He's got a big old wart on his nose, and you all know the people with warts on their nose, gross, right? Ugh. As soon as he gets, they get like settled in the. Let's see. Hold on. Rand. Oh, she takes off. It was he has to go find Nynaeve and Matt. She's like, oh, yep, I gotta go talk to Elaine and Avienda, and he's like, rats. He doesn't believe that Nynaeve Sedai exists.
He doesn't
These things are all-
believe.
He doesn't call them real Aes Sedai. He doesn't. He calls them the other Aes Sedai, but he thinks of them like, all right, there's 5 Aes Sedai, but there's only 2 real ones. Do you think this may be problematic for Rand? I guess.
He's gonna piss the people off
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey, Dad,
he
Chris
said-
is.
yeah, he
Hey,
said- oh, go ahead.
Dan, real quick. Kay's laptop died. She's got a charger. She's coming back.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
He's obviously starting the show with out of charger. We'll get you on later.
Yeah, there's so many things to remember.
So it says here, Rand could have laughed, though, without an amusement. 5? No, that included Nynaeve and Elaine. 3 real Aes Sedai. 3.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come back to bite him in the ass if he makes those comments out loud.
Yeah. He sees Mistress Halfor is the first maid, and he's just hanging out with her, waiting for Elaine. It jumps to a Nynaeve chapter, and this one's a pretty interesting point of view. Nynaeve gets worked around pretty good in this chapter. She's there to train the sea folk. This is a woman named Talan.
Talan.
And Talan is badass. Talan is
She is.
strong, and she ends up actually shielding Nynaeve not once but twice.
Twice. Badass. So we've now seen how many people stronger than Nynaeve? 4? 1 from each culture, right?
Wait, so is that how you think it works? Like, is getting out of a shield just strength, or is it like a technique that she
Out of or into?
if she's getting out of a shield?
Yeah,
Well,
Nynaeve did
The only
get out
one
of
we
the
see
shield.
successfully get out of the shield is Rand. And he used the same technique Nynaeve intuitively finds.
That soft
Uh-huh.
point.
The soft point and the nodes of connection that are based on the number of people who are holding the shield. Because he talked about there were 5 and then there were 4 or whatever. There were 7 and then there were 6.
Yeah.
Right? So it's almost identical wording. I didn't actually go back and look at the previous novel. I probably should have had I been diligent, but
This guy, Ryan.
I know.
This guy.
so that they were similar at least enough that I've noticed that it was similar. So I'm assuming that was the point.
I don't know. I'm not saying nothing.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
It wouldn't be Tuesday if my laptop didn't randomly just die. But I'm back. What are we talking about?
Look at
We're talking about how Nynaeve intuitively discovers. So, the only person we've seen get out of a shield so far is Rand, and he does it with Sidene.
Mm-hmm.
And
So there's
Nynaeve,
a little soft spot like a baby's head.
right? And Nynaeve
Yes,
intuitively
exactly.
finds the baby's head soft spot in the same way that Rand did. We were just
Yeah.
talking about how the language was similar between.
It's where you put the straw.
Kay's on fire right now. Soft spot baby spot is so
Self-
amazing.
Destruct, like, it's a self-destruct button for babies. And this feels like just, same thing, but for the shield.
All I can imagine right now is Brother Dan with a sharp metal straw popping it into a baby's head and slurping out the brain.
Oh yeah. You just have a baby milkshake. Yeah. You know what? God could have made it where the baby was fully protected, but no. I'm not saying
God was trying to preserve vaginas by creating the soft spot.
I think we need a fire emoji for when, like, one of us needs to just sit in hell for a moment.
Well, sitting out for
There's some flames around just our box.
Okay, yeah.
Something really
All right, Ryan, homework.
You're weird.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna toss Dan into a volcano.
There you go.
Every time Dan crosses the line.
no,
I would have spent my fair share of
What
time
is
there,
this?
so we are
I'm
all
sorry, definitely not Odin. Yes, I know.
just got here and now I'm sad. Yeah, exactly. Let's change the subject.
You're right. I'm not saying I
I'm
have.
sorry, Odin, is that too soon?
Too soon.
Too soon?
Too soon, too deep.
That's not Odin. That's not Odin. This is definitely not Odin.
Definitely not none. All right. So the second time that they block or shield rather Nynaeve, they start interrogating her a bit. They're like, "All right, now that we got you, we're gonna turn you upside down in the count of 1, 2, 3,
You're
etc.
making me anxious with this.
I don't, and she's getting more and more desperate. No, really, guys. Hey, guys. No, I have a wife and children at home.
No, come on. And then she's like, "Did she really try hard? Did she really try hard?" She's like, "Yeah, I think, yeah." She's like, "All right, put her down. We'll see you tomorrow." See you tomorrow. Nadim Sadai. She's like, "Wait, tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm doing my hair. I have a hair appointment. What was it to say anything when she had all the excuses when John Cusack kept fucking dialing her and not getting the point? And he's like, "Oh, like I'm out of the country. I'm doing my hair." He like, remember that? Say anything? Anyone?
No, wait, what? From saying
Jesus.
anything? Now I'm paying attention. What?
Say anything. The movie.
What about which part?
When he kept calling and she wouldn't answer, and she had her dad like make up excuses like she was doing her hair or she was out of the country.
Oh, he did say that. Yeah, he goes, "Oh, I think doing my hair out of the country was my favorite," and they both kind of
Yeah. He goes, "Yeah,
snicker
yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank
about
you."
the lie. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I have a drinking obligation.
Please.
Swung and thumped Rand's back.
Yes.
Ooh.
Some like it rough.
All right.
Some
As
like
long
it
as
rough.
as
All
long as
right.
we can finish this and be gone quickly.
All right. There's another
Oh yes!
one
Wait, that was a great one.
Thank you.
where they do refer to a broken puppet, which nothing. A puppet's never broken.
Nope.
So let's drink to all broken puppets.
Broken puppet.
I think it's just from a lack of proper upbringing, nurture.
Broken puppet comes. Broken.
Yeah,
Those are broken armatures.
Hey, I'll break your fucking armature.
Hey,
First your kneecap and then your armature.
Hey, look at this.
There goes in the armature.
Hey, look, it's the Virgin Marionette.
Are you saying armchair?
Armature.
Armature. Not
Like the
arm.
puppet, the wooden thing that the puppet dances
Sorry.
on.
Yeah, it's the opposite of immature. Armature.
Armature?
Yeah. Like there's I'm mature and you are mature.
And I'm so sure.
It's like infamous. Like you're so mature that you're armature.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, infamous.
Nice.
I'm so sure.
Sounded good.
So we see Olivia. Olivia's waiting outside. Olivia is the powerful one as well. She Naeem's like, "What the fuck are you doing out? You're supposed to be like captured." She's like, "Yeah, I know. I got over that though. If you trust me, then I don't know what to tell
I'm
you."
over that now. So next problem is.
She's like, "Yeah, that's fun, but I stopped doing that."
Now I'm really into She-Ra. Okay. So
She-Ra.
I don't know. I pulled something out of my ass from my childhood.
Oh yeah, She-Ra is
Yeah,
He-Man's.
A changing of decision.
He-Man's girlfriend,
No,
right?
No,
Partner?
that
Yeah.
was Tila. Was it?
Yeah, it was He-Man's girlfriend, She-Ra.
I
Yeah,
remember.
exactly, Josh. You got it.
Did she have a spin-off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember
Was it a cartoon or live action?
cartoon?
Cartoon, yeah.
Just like
No, our parents wouldn't let us watch women dominated cartoons.
I had the little figurine, but the
I was
best one was the He-Man one where I couldn't see it because I was too young and I couldn't figure it out, but the torso spun around, and I just thought it was magical because like it looked like you punched him and then the torso would spin around, then the other side looked all like crumpled in, and I was just fascinated every single time.
No, I love that. Yes, I remember that exact toy.
I have that toy literally in my garage.
Sister.
Wait, you had that toy with you?
In my garage.
You do? You have the He-Man torso toy?
All right, I'll be right back.
Yes, yes. Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
See, now you can thank me for pulling She-Ra out of my house.
That is great. That is great. I had E-Man toys. I had He-Man.
If you twisted them long enough, that rubber band just snaps, and then you have two parts. Yeah, we've
But if you
figured that
did it
out.
right, it did have the action punch, and we had the battle armor one. So like, it would like get all dented, and then you'd like.
That's what I'm talking about. The dented one. But it was really just the torso spinning around, and I couldn't figure it out. And my friend had it, and he wouldn't let me look at the thing. So like, I couldn't examine it to figure out how it worked. I was just like watching, fascinated every time.
But it does fix it as it rolls back. It resets to its normal thing. But there's more than one.
Well, maybe we're talking about a different one.
No, we are talking about it has more than one plate, I think.
Yeah!
There it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh
Is
my
that
God!
one slash?
Yes.
2 slashes.
Yes.
Holy crap!
Did you steal my toy?
Wait, the one I thought his actual, maybe I'm thinking of a different toy where the torso actually spun around.
Well, there is one where the torso goes like boom, boom, and it like.
Yeah, that one too. But that's fucking crazy, Josh, that you have that.
This is the one with the cap on the back.
I love his hair.
Whoa.
It does not get better than. Oh my God, Josh!
Do you have the one? Do you have the one? Do you have the one with the beanie?
Oh, Battle Cat.
Oh shit! We had Battle Cat.
We had Battle Cat, and I had the
We did not have that. What the fuck's that?
What?
we had Panther.
Panther, yeah.
Holy
And
shit!
it was velvet, and I couldn't play with it because I hated the touch of velvet.
Skunk
Oh
Dude.
my God!
Oh.
Look at that! Who is? Wait, what's his name?
See, we had Beastman, we had Man at Arms. Ooh.
How do you have all this stuff, Josh? Did you save it from your childhood?
Yeah, and my 4-year-old plays with it like every week. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my
Wow.
God, that's amazing!
Love
I love that
so great.
so much. Oh, your 4-year-old needs a She-Ra.
What's that all about, Josh?
What's that?
No She-Ra? You want your kid to believe in the patriarchy?
I didn't know there was actually a She-Ra action figure. You had one, Kay?
Yeah, there was a
Oh,
She-Ra
okay.
action.
I don't think I ever had one.
I had Evil
I
Lynn.
would have had them fucking though for sure.
Oh yeah, well I mean Wonder Woman was always in on that because
Yes.
I was typically Wonder Woman. That was the figurine that I played with like most of the time when it was that kind of play. And yes, He-Man and Wonder Woman got it on all the time.
Is that why you like to tie me up all the time?
What?
Is that why you like to tie me up all the time?
Who's talking? Is somebody talking? I think my audio is not working or something.
Yeah, Wonder Woman had a rope, right?
I did notice the 2-headed battle axe in your
A
bedroom.
lasso of truth, Ryan.
The lasso of truth, yes, yeah, that's. Oh my God, that's what she calls it. I've never made the connection. All right.
You guys did not even hear what Josh just said.
No, I didn't.
Josh, say it again.
I said I noticed the 2-headed battle axe next to the bed, but I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yes.
It was so quick, and I barely got it. And you guys were talking. Oh, that was so funny, Josh.
Ryan, that one has Bluetooth, right?
Two-headed
Yep.
Cadillac.
That one has Bluetooth.
The,
Yeah.
the lasso of truth? Yeah.
Lasso of Bluetooth.
Nice.
Yeah, I can operate it. I can operate it. You know, when we go to JordanCon, all I'm going to be doing is operating the lasso of truth via phone.
You're going to be sending me answers with different vibrations during the Watchnary game. I'll be like, oh, okay. It's
Oh, like that chess guy, he cheated with an anal vibrator. Yeah,
With an anal vibrator.
yeah.
Is that a real
I heard
story?
he could have won.
It was a vibrating butt plug.
Okay, no, and the story goes he could have won like 10 moves ago, but he just wanted it to
He was very
last.
close.
Yeah,
And yeah,
he was edging.
yeah. The chess master quit, and he's like, "Please don't quit yet."
Yeah,
no.
he picks the king back up. He's like, no, not yet.
He's on glow. No, we're still playing.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Twatcast. Joe from Twatcast has his own like toy-based channel, which I don't know if how I feel about saying that out loud, but yeah, it's all toys. It's and they toys.
Toys.
I love Joe.
Toys
I'm not
involve
surprised.
like adult.
No, not adult toys. It's
Children's
adults with toys. Yeah.
So are you drinking the threefold? What are you drinking? Threefold land? What is it?
I'm just drinking beer tonight.
What is your drink? I forget what you call it.
All right, everyone, go follow Toy Domination. Toy Domination.
Combination.
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah.
does sound like an adult toy store.
Is it just youtube.com/Toy Domination? Okay.
Forward
Shut
slash.
up.
It
Forward
toy.
slash.
Joe, would my gem doll qualify?
Yes.
Is
Gem
she
is
truly outrageous?
truly outrageous.
Truly outrageous?
Actually, I mean, sadly, I'm telling a lie. I don't own her anymore. She burned up like
In the fire?
I got her in a fire.
Yeah. As one does.
Yeah.
You know,
sometimes
You've survived
cars
3 house
came
fires, haven't you?
blessed. What?
I said you've survived 3 house fires in your life, haven't you?
Have
Whole
I?
thing burns down. You're the last one out. Save all the cats. You saved your
definitely-
goat ones.
Definitely me. Oh yeah, that was definitely me. Mm-hmm.
well,
Do you
Yeah,
remember
but-
when I got the Nobel Prize though? That was really fun.
The
So-
doorbell
For my
prize?
massage therapy? Yeah, for my massage therapy. You know, I went around to each ambassador. Bodies in peace, man. Bodies in peace create a world at peace.
That's amazing. Yeah,
No,
if you went to all the UN conventions,
problem.
shit would get done.
your black book must rival Epstein's.
My black book. I don't need one. Look at this forehead. I got all the space.
Yeah. Hey, can I borrow some forehead?
Okay, so what is this about the? So they noticed Nynaeve thrashing against the shield. Am I right about that?
yeah.
Like I didn't know. Yeah, everyone like
Yeah.
heard. I guess she was audibly whimpering and shit.
No, yeah, but where are you going with this, Josh? Because this is funny. I was thinking about this part too, and I listened to it again today. Where are you going?
It says,
Well,
did she
I think
truly
that
try
they
as hard as...
Yeah, go ahead, Dan. I was going to read that same
It's-
thing.
Yeah, did she truly try as hard as it seemed, Kieran, the Wave Mistress asked finally, or was all that thrashing about and whimpering just a show?
Mhm.
And Nynaeve's like, she had not whimpered. Had she?
Well, yeah, that's classic Nynaeve. Fucking Nynaeve's self-talk is like just the worst Seinfeld episode.
So some of the Wave Mistresses or whatever, some of the people not Talon can channel, at least a little bit. So they were able to see what Nynaeve was doing to the shield. Because I remember Rand being paranoid when he was trying to tear it down that they would notice, but they were distracted because of the battle raging outside. And so none of them noticed until it was too late. And he had already burned out enough of them that he was able to destroy it.
I got a question.
Mhm.
So she's shielded. She's moving about. So could she just run a mile away and then like the shield just wears out? Like,
Well, she was
right?
also tied up in air.
Oh yeah, they flipped her upside down. But
They were going to. On the
All right,
count.
okay, so-
They were counting.
all right, so aside from being tied up in air, like I understand that if you're not tied up in air and someone just shields you, could you just run away? Josh and Kay.
No, because, well, maybe because now we know there's a soft spot.
Yeah, run to the soft spot. Yeah.
So maybe
Get the straw.
you smash
Get the
yourself
straw.
up against the soft spot enough, and you're powerful enough, maybe. But I don't
I mean-
know.
I imagine they would just bind you as you tried to go with air or whatever, right? Like, once you
Right.
can't channel, you have no defense against them binding you.
Okay, imagine a fictionary world within this fictionary world where there's a Chandler whose only ability is to shield you. And she has no other abilities. She's blocked like Nynaeve is blocked, but damn, she can shield your ass.
I mean, don't we
And you-
actually have a character kind of like that in the Wheel of Time who's like, one of the knitting circle, she's like amazing at shielding, but she's weak in everything else.
Okay, so yeah, you run into that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really disappointed you didn't remember her name, Josh. I thought you grokked. But yeah, so you run into that person who I don't remember the name, but I don't grok. Like, can you just run away and then at some point you can channel again?
I think proximity and the power of being held is connected, maybe? I don't know. Depends on if the person can tie it off. If they can tie it off, then no.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's so. If they're not tying it off, then like, is it a physical proximity? Like, and do you think the further you get, the easier it is to bust out, like, of the shield?
I would assume so.
Okay. Okay.
Do we know that about the magic system? Okay, I don't actually know.
I don't know. I'm just imagining this as like an orgasm metaphor now because of how you just described everything. Like,
Awesome.
Right. I guess that is a good point, right? Could so
Your
could
neck is a
someone
little
in
red. Sorry.
Can someone in Tarvalon like do something to Dragonmount? They can see it, but it's far away. But they can see it. It's there, but it's not like it's miles though. You know that's
what
a
do you
good
mean?
question.
Could they shield? Like, could they shield? Is that the question? Could they shield?
Well, could they let's say eat up?
Something, or can they just affect them?
From like that far away or something? I mean, how far do the weaves go?
Well, then there's the question of like when they're in Tel Anriad, are they channeling in Tel Anriad?
You're not supposed
They
to.
can only use spirit, I thought.
You're not supposed to. Dan.
You're not supposed
I mean, if
to.
you're drawing lightning from the
That's
sky,
why
you
you're
gotta
not
at least
supposed
like
The
how many
rules are
miles away. Dan, to your question, you draw lightning from the sky, right?
Mhm.
We've seen that. We've seen them crashing lightning down. That has to be what, 2 miles up?
We've seen fog take over. Like, got to be a couple miles.
Okay.
All right.
Distance depends on the training.
I mean, we saw that in the show with Egwene when she was being trained by this whole
Yeah. Also, I know everyone answering, just try to remember answer to the point we're at if you can. I don't
Right,
know if
right.
anyone's
I'm trying not to answer anything for the most part. I'm just
I'm just asking. But also like sometimes we question shit and there still isn't an answer. It's like being debated actively. So yeah, I just wondered what you guys thought. Maybe there's no right answer.
Oh.
Because mostly every time we've seen it happen, they get tied up with air. It seems pretty easy to, if you're able to shield someone, it seems pretty easy to tie them up and shield them at the same time too. So,
but we have seen the one power also affect weather and such. So there is larger uses, or it was amplified through the Terangral, but still. Anyways.
Okay, guys, everyone remember that with the power of soul, anything is possible. Is that an Eddie Money song?
Oh.
No, that's the power of love. What song is this, Oliver? It seems like it's a song quote.
That would be Huey Lewis, right? Power of love.
Huey Lewis. Yes.
That's Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
All right, so Nynaeve runs into Olivia. She's like, girl, don't ever leave your room without an escort again. Otherwise, I'm going to spank your bottom so you howl. Or something. I don't know, something. And then she runs into Talon. Talon comes running up. She's like, girl, you got to take me to the White Tower with you. I need to be a nice guy. I need to be a novice. I got to be a novice. She's like, well, she's like, all right, I'm going to go tell him you said it's cool. Okay, bye. She's like, wait, I didn't say shit, but I didn't say shit. And she runs, but Talon goes, quote, announce that I am going to the tower and they will not be able to deny you. You're a nice guy. And Nynaeve goggled at the girl. She's
As
like,
Nynaeve will do.
she's like, I can see how much you want to go, Talon, but she's like, oh, thank you. She's like, oh, damn it. Rats. And then there's Lan. Or Lon. It's like, yeah, you looked as if you just swallowed a rotten plum. She's
Dan,
like,
pick a side. There's no Lan or Lon.
Or Lon? Like, what?
Yeah, what does...
How many fucking years are we into this podcast?
she's saying.
Fuck off. Fuck you, man.
Although
Don't
Lan or Lon is...
Lon.
Fuck you.
You can't just
All
start
right.
calling him Lon out of
All
All
right,
right,
when
I deserve all that.
Okay. No, seriously, when I write my erotic science fiction, the main character is gonna be Lan or Lon. It's a
Lan or
great
Lon?
name. All right. Yes, Lan or Lon.
Not on.
Okay, Sai, can you do that a little slower?
Well,
Just kidding.
What, you want to watch her have that in her mouth?
Yuck. Right.
You guys need to get a room.
Yeah, keep something sacred, would you?
right?
Sorry.
God.
So Lan was there, and Nynaeve, I'm gonna paraphrase this, but she's like, I've had such the day. Remember yesterday when you didn't let me get dressed, you kept me in bed all morning? I need to get fucked like that, like now. So let's go to our apartments now, please. And he's like, you got it, Toots.
Did they high five?
He pinched her. It says, quote, do you remember how you kept me in our rooms yesterday morning? She murmured. He says, of course he remembered. Her face grew hot. Well, I want you to take me back there right now and keep me from putting on any clothes for about a year. He threw back his head and laughed. And
That's amazing. Yeah, it's great. I love that line.
And they go back, and the first mate is sitting there waiting with this ugly short dude with a wart on his nose. He's like, yeah, this ruffian, this looby, this. Frankly, I don't like the looks of him. I distrust him. He said he had a message he had to talk to you about, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And he says, Mistress Thane said you wanted to see me right away. Women's circle business, she said. Something about Senbui? And Nynaeve's like, okay, yeah, I'll take, okay, I'll buy Halfer. Land's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. And then boom, it's Rand. It's Rand. And the first thing they do is Rand and Lan quote, Nynaeve's like, what are you two blathering about? She said sharply. Just things that men talk about, Lan replied. You wouldn't understand, Rand said. Fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? All right, for I guess for the for mansplaining by completely not explaining, I'm gonna say that's a drinking obligation out of remorse.
What? You want us to sad drink?
Yeah,
I don't
Robert
want
Jordan.
that drink. Nice. Nice clip. I like it.
Nynaeve says, hey, Rand, Egwin can help you. He's like, oh, that's adorable. Aren't you cute? He's like, she's the Amyrlin seat. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, so she says, there are 5 real Aes Sedai here, including me, and these 300 more with Egwene and an army ready to pull Lyta down. He says, I suppose Matt is with Egwin's army? He's like, wow, who would have thought that the Band of the Red Hand is the army? That's pretty weird.
So what is Rand talking about? Not taking your own advice? Is it about letting people close to you because they get hurt? Right?
In which part?
Rand says to Lan, I see you didn't take your own advice. And then Lan replies back, no, you're right. Sometimes you're just too weak to do what you should. I think what Lan told Rand was not to let anyone get close because they would get hurt.
I think that's what I think. I mean, because Rand pushed everybody away, you know, so that they wouldn't get hurt. I don't know. Like maybe, yeah. So I think that's. I mean, I think that's what that means.
I agree with that as well, Josh. In that, because he was talking about Nynaeve there. He says,
yeah.
He says, I see you didn't take your own advice, Rand said to Lan, just as if she were not there. But why do you let her pretend to be Aes Sedai? Even if the real Aes Sedai let her, she can get hurt. He's like, because she is Aes Sedai Sheepherder.
Right.
And as for the others, sometimes she is stronger than you. Did you take it? And he says, no, you're right. Sometimes you're just too weak to do what you should. Yeah, I agree. I think it's he's talking about marrying.
Wait, he's talking about what?
How he and Nynaeve are married.
Oh. Yeah.
Right.
That's. I mean, that's what I think. So he's getting a little scoop. He asked Nynaeve to hold on to a couple things. He has them in his bag. He's like, I want you to keep these things hidden from me until I send for them, Nynaeve. He says, after I take care of those men, then we can use them. That has to come first. He says, with this, you can touch the greatest sangreal ever made for a woman. It's buried on Tremonking, I understand, but that doesn't matter.
Right.
He said, I hope they're enough to cleanse the male half of the source. Lan's like, if it could be done, wouldn't the smart people have done it already? People who made that shit? And he's like, well, I don't know, but I gotta try And Land's kind of mad. He's like, that's pretty dangerous. I don't want my wife in that shit. But she says, I think it's a wonderful idea. She says, I'll do it, but we all go together to the, I assume, to go take care of the men. I mean, that's where it ends there. She said she had been right. They did not like it one bit. So this chapter, we have Rand back in Camelin. The next chapter, he actually gets to meet with his ladies. But this one, it was important that he met with Nynaeve first and give her the ter'angreal. In fact, he doesn't even want to meet with Elaine and Aviendha.
So how long has it been since Nynaeve saw Rand in story time? 9 months? Longer?
I think it was
Why
when
9 months, Josh?
did he see her before they went to Abu Dar?
Yeah, I think so.
So then that would be probably not less than a year for sure. Probably, I don't think it's even 9 months.
What about Elaine? Has it been 9 months?
How long has it been cold? Because I think it's more or less.
From the beginning of winter.
Yeah, once that was shortly before they changed the weather. So let's say a month or two.
And how long was it since Elaine and Rand saw each other in real world time between the publishing of the books?
He keeps referring to those letters he had gotten.
Right, but didn't Robert Jordan take like a decade to get from book?
Yeah,
3?
like that's like a really long time. I think you're right, Josh. I think people were waiting a really long time for this book.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
It had to be a few years. Quite a few, maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, Oliver's ears says years. Years upon years. Yeah.
Yeah.
All y'all.
Yeah. By the way, like and subscribe. By the way, guys, if you would, be so kind, just take a minute and hit the thumb. I appreciate it. Let's jump to the chapter we all want to talk about.
Yeah.
And
okay, before we do, real quick, pulled her knees together in her wide, dark trousers.
All right. I'm down with that.
A little opposite, but you know.
Hold on, I'm looking for the.
There was another one in here, but I don't know.
There it is.
I love how his wound. He's now got his old wound, now a new wound in the same place on top of it, and the new one is warded with Sidene.
All right, so yeah. All right, let's jump into it. Chapter 12.
Well, this is still at the end of chapter 11, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it says. Now there was another half heal. Okay. She had known about the wound in the side from Falm, never healing completely, resisting all healing she knew, like a pustule of evil in his flesh. Now there was another half-healed wound atop the old, and that pulsed with evil too. A different sort of evil, however. Like a mirror of the other, yet just as virulent.
Mm-hmm.
She could not touch either with the power. She did not really want to. Just thinking of it made her skin crawl. But she tried. And something unseen held her away, like a ward she could not see. A ward of Sidene?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What is the second wound atop the old one? I don't even know. Did they torture
At the
him?
very end of 11?
Yeah.
I gotta look at it while
Very
we're
end.
talking. Okay.
In my book, 280, 228, bottom of the
Oh,
page.
Nynaeve bit her lower lip.
It starts with the paragraph one page back from that. 1/2 a step is what it starts with.
Okay.
Only half a step.
Yeah. So So Josh,
Okay.
his first wound was when he sheathed the sword. The second wound was Padan Fane slicing him with the dagger.
Oh, which is why it pulses with another kind of evil, because it's Bashadar. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I'm comfortable answering that because it's already happened. Also, I was just thinking about a little recap.
Yeah, pustule.
It's a gross
Oh.
word.
Pustule.
So yeah, just a reminder. The whole reason why we're dealing with the sea folk like this is, they found the Bowl of the Winds. They decided they needed them to work together to heal the weather. They are hard bargainers. They're just known to be hard bargainers, and they bargained this whole arrangement where they're going to get trained by Aes Sedai, and they have all the cards, and they could do it the way they want. Was that Elaine who did that bargain?
No, it was
Nynaeve and Elaine.
Nynaeve. Oh, was it Elaine as well?
Nynaeve and Elaine both, I think.
Okay. Yeah, Rand's the one who split because he was getting claustrophobic PTSD flashback.
Yeah, which kind of made Oh, that's another part. He kind of wussed out. He was taverining them to death, and he could have got anything he wanted. But once he left, it got worse. Yeah, I thought it was Elaine specifically. One of the reasons why people hate Elaine is this bargain, I think. But yeah, so that's why we're stuck with the sea folk. They're weird.
So, why didn't they try to heal Sidene before? Okay, do you think?
Uh,
Any ideas?
Why haven't they tried?
Yeah, do you think that people tried to heal the male half of this true source and failed? Or
Maybe that's what, maybe every time they try, another Forsaken is born or something. Or wakes up, or I don't know, or gets worse. I don't I think that there must have been tries. There must have been. And I think that at this point, it feels like they don't even know about people trying to, really, because it's probably been lost in their history. I mean, this is
the Breaking lost all that data. Yeah.
So who do you think? Well, I mean, if you think about how it all goes down, Lews Therin seals away the Dark One. Dark One's counterstroke, and then all the male Aes Sedai go crazy, and then break the world. Now we're seeing, who would be the one trying to heal the male swords?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, if you think about who's relevant as a male channeler post breaking, it's the false dragons.
Why does Lan say it this way? If it could be done during the Age of Legends.
That was confusing to me. Because isn't the breaking at the end of the Age of Legends? That line is confusing to me.
So but to
help me out, Chad. If I'm wrong,
cleanse the male half of the taint, wouldn't that just kind of be going defeating the Dark One, or basically they kind of the result would be the same, whether or not you cleanse the taint or defeat the Dark One, I guess.
Well, yeah. At this point, we don't know what will cleanse the taint.
Well, it seems to me that we get a lot of hints, though, about a man and a woman using sangreals.
No, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right, and
that's what Rand believes. But
yeah, and he said, "I'm going to cleanse the taint" at the beginning of this book, but we don't know.
And then it talks about a man and a woman using a sangreal to challenge the Dark One as well, in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. Fucking mosquitoes. Swear to God.
All right, let's jump. Chapter 12. It is called A Lily in Winter. It has a dragon as its emblem.
Oh, wait,
And
let me change. I have new background music just for this chapter, Dan.
Just for this
Oh,
chapter.
good.
Yeah.
This
Just for this
one's
chapter.
getting a little bit. I feel like this one's a little too fast.
Okay, that's good to know.
Here we go. Yeah.
A little much for my brain.
This is music to glide along your corridors too. Wow. Uncomfortable servants bow.
Your corridor
Runway.
past the 7th door on the left. Just because you have so many doors. Obviously.
No, I got it. Yeah.
Right, yeah, thank you.
It is.
I immediately thought of high school, but I get it.
Min, Elaine, and Avienda are walking with Elaine's lady guards. And they're talking a little bit. Min is kind of went and found him, said, "Hey, we're here. Let's do this." So she's filled him in a little bit, but not much. Avienda's like, "Hey, you lied to him?" When she says, Min says, "I don't tell him things he doesn't need to know." Min said, frowning. And she's like, "You lied to him?" He's like, "No, not unless it's necessary." And they all kind of chuckle. They get to Nynaeve's door and tell the guard ladies, "All right, stay here. Don't do nothing. Stay here. I'll only be a few minutes." Which I underline as a drinking obligation, but I forgot that they went back to their room to bone. So, never mind. But she had, quote, waited so long, wanted so much, and now she was almost afraid. She would not let this go wrong. They all walk in. Rand is... So here, he leaped up from his chair at the sight of her two, but before he was completely upright, he staggered and grabbed the table with both hands, gagging and heaving with dry retches. That's the way you want to greet your ladies?
Yeah.
Just dry heaving.
Yeah. And all three of them, and they're all just like hearts are coming out of their eyeballs. Not Josh. Not one.
Right.
Josh. Like they just kept going, just not even
I know.
one.
We're just holding down the gag fort here, Josh.
It's like
I don't know.
Josh would play Duck Duck Goose and Josh would play Duck Duck Goose and not run when he was the goose.
No, Josh, he would go Mallard, Drake, and they're like, Josh. He's like, they're ducks.
You're so vulnerable.
You're vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
So is this now happening? We know that Rand was getting sick from embracing the Source. Did he embrace the Source when they walked in, or did he just stand up and start?
Good question. It's a good question.
Dan, can you stagger more? And you like, I want more.
I was holding onto the table.
Okay.
Can you stagger more?
Thank you. Oh no! Watch your head! Oh, is he gonna go down? No, he's back up. He's back. He made it. Is he gonna?
All right. They were dry heaves, though. No, nothing came out.
Oh God.
Why? So is this the same sickness? I suppose. Why was he barfing? Because he made a rapid movement? Because he got a boner? Why?
No, he's got a whole nother person in his head. He's losing his mind. I don't know.
I mean, I still think the sickness comes from him crossing paths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Streams.
What's his
You never cross streams.
Moradin.
Have we seen it happen before when he didn't embrace the source?
Well, he probably embraced the source when the door opened. Because he was worried. Because they didn't knock or anything. They just opened it.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't he have to channel to make a doorway, a gateway? Didn't he make a gateway? He made a gateway, right?
He did, and yeah,
So
and he was wobbly from that. Yeah.
He has to channel, right? So, right?
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's the magic man. That's what he does.
And Bloody thinks he knows best for everybody.
No.
Brother Dan,
I don't know.
I think you need to answer this question yourself, Brother Dan.
I need to answer the question myself.
Down my back. What's it choke?
Is barfing a common thing with the boner?
Itch oak.
Yes.
What's it
Poison
choke?
oak.
Poison oak?
Itch oak.
Itch oak.
It's not itch oak. It's
Oh.
So if you draw a really good picture of one, is it art it choke?
If you do a heart and then it
It's a heart it choke.
the heart it choke. Merch idea. Genius merch idea.
all right, itch oak. Yeah.
Hard to choke, yeah.
It choke.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. He did probably channel or embrace the source. Got all start. There's my boner. And then straightening up.
Is it like a chick? Wait, is it chicken and egg scenario, Dan? And like, what comes first? Is it like the boners cause the choking, or the choking cause the boners?
I thought the
Right.
ladies caused the boners, and then the
Is this an
boner
NXS?
caused the
Relieves
choking.
the boners.
Is this
Boner
how?
caused the
Is it?
choking.
Is this how autoerotic asphyxiation starts?
Yeah, Michael Hutchinson.
Yeah, he choked and then got a boner. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it happens. I think that's how what the guy from Kill Bill, didn't he die that way too? The guy from Kung Fu, David Carradine.
The
Didn't
guy
he die
from
from that?
Kill
I
Bill?
thought- Yeah, Bill.
He died. Well, I don't remember what he died from, but he did die.
He got killed.
Yeah. No,
She
I
killed
thought no. I think he choked pleasuring himself, Bill.
Oh,
right, so-
yeah.
All right, so Iris Bear,
Yeah,
I'm
it was
more.
something weird and fitting. I remember that.
Where were you where a lot of barfing was
Sorry,
happening?
maybe
That's
that's-
my question, Iris
What?
Bear.
It was a different room, right?
I've seen. What did she say?
I mean, boners, I understand. Barfing, like,
Always in.
is
a
this like an
different-
ayahuasca thing?
always in a different room? How many raves have you been to? Not many. If that's the case, they're always in a different room. You got to separate barfs and boners. Okay, I'm sorry, but who goes to Burning Man? Somebody's got to vouch for barfing and boners in the same room. Other than myself. Do me.
Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah, if that's your thing, I'm sure there's a cab for that.
I'm sure.
it-
Yeah, there is. Ayahuasca
Yeah.
sounds.
You just ride across the playa, ride in your
Uh-huh.
electric bicycle with cool streamers and noisy things that go in your tires.
Oh yeah, you think that the main thing they do to their bikes at Burning Man is they put playing cards in their tires,
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
and
It
everyone's
sounds like a
"Damn."
motorcycle. Sounds like a motorcycle.
Okay, Iris, I wish that I did not ever have an experience of boners and barfing.
and then
Wanna
they
say
find
hi?
that one
Kidding.
guy. The one guy in the desert who
Yeah, let's
refused to
talk about
put
the
on
boners.
sunscreen.
Okay. Keep talking about that. All those boners she's
I was talking about barfing and
Oh.
the grossness of all of the people that are just doing too many drugs. Basically, they're all doing too many drugs. Not me.
Now I'm gonna barf.
We're all barfing on the inside now. Hey, look, White Lions marching it up. Didn't Lions just play this last weekend, Dan?
Classic change of the subject.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to open a wound.
Well, you know what? Yeah, well.
I'm sorry, Dan.
I mean, I know offense is not intended.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
it's
was
okay.
hurting, and I guess I felt like I needed to hurt somebody else. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think that's the truth. All right, so the ladies walk in. Ladies walk in. Rand is like, oh, boner. Nynaeve's like, oh, shoot, it's you. Lan is just sitting there smoking. Poking bowls.
Oh.
He's like, hey, listen. Oh, Min and Aviendha are like, men, like right off the bat, blah. Well, because he says, as soon as he sees it, like, all right, Min, we got to split. And Elaine's like, no, we got to talk to you. And he's like, well, no, we got to go. He's like, oh, the guys who tried to kill me, they're bad. All the Asha men are bad, except for like these three. He names Dahmer Flynn, Jahar Narishma, and Evan Hopwell, rather. He's like, yeah, I'm dangerous, man. Stay the fuck away. Lan's like, he sure is. Stay the fuck away. Don't do it.
Drinking obligation.
Talk to me.
Put her hand on a leather script with hard bulges.
Nice. Very likely some of the gaping was just Elaine.
Mhm. Nice.
So Rand is in manager
Come on,
mode,
Dan.
right?
Any more? Come on, Dan. Any more taint oozing ones you can find that really expose your kinks?
Ooh.
Come on, Dan.
Hung thickly at her wrists. No?
At her wrist.
So Rand's in manager mode. He's like, "Oh, all right, yeah, real fast. Yeah, don't hang out with the guys in the black coats. They're bad. Also, he's like, oh yeah. They're like, oh, what about Egwin? He says, quote, who would have thought a few sisters running away from Elida would grow into a rebellion against the White Tower with Egwin as Amerlin and the band of the Red Hand for her army? I suppose Matt can stay there for a while. It's like, well, strange turn of events all around. At this rate, I won't be surprised if my friends in the tower work up enough courage to come in the open. And they're like, what the fuck?
Come in the open.
Come in the okay. Yeah, come out in the all right. There we go.
At those raves.
And then Elaine is like, nope. He's like, no, you, Aviendha, and Min and I are what we need to talk about now.
That's a great foursome. Yeah, it's a good foursome.
Yes.
He says, Rand says, man, I love you, Aviendha. I love you, Min. And I love you, Elaine. And not one whisker more or less than the other two. I don't just want one of you, or I want all three. So there you have it. I'm a lecher. Here we go.
Lecher.
Nynaeve is like, Rand, you apologize. Elaine says, quote, I love you, Rand. Elaine said simply, and although you haven't asked, I want to marry you. Aviendha says, my heart is in your hands, Rand, and if I convince my first sister, we will make a bridal wreath for you. And Min says, If you don't know by this time that I love you, then you're blind, deaf, and dead. And as for marriage, well, we'll work that out between the three of us. So there. He's like, you're crazy. And he's like, Elaine's like, oh yeah, there's something else we need to talk about, but we need to do that in my rooms. There's no need to bother Nynaeve or Lan. Yeah, baby.
I love
this
the
is-
part really
Go.
quick really quick at the very end of like, okay, it's down here. It's
When
like
they finish,
no, like Nynaeve is so flabbergasted, right? And she's just being total naive about the situation. And then it says like at the end, she finally gets out a sound, and then it's like a squeak.
A squeak.
A
Yeah.
squeak.
Yeah.
Funny. I thought that was funny.
So he puts on all his mask of mirrors, becomes the ugly dude again. They all walk to Elaine's room. You tell the guards lady, hey, hang out here. They're like, God, okay, fine.
Okay.
Rand is uncomfortable as fuck. He walks in, he pours himself some wine, pours some more. He's like, oh God, I need a drink.
Honestly, I picture him just like a little bit of a coward in this situation, just downing as much alcohol as possible.
He's, you know,
This is the way.
it's a coping mechanism. It's the cause and solution of all of life's problems.
Right.
They say we want to bond you as our warder. All three of us. It is customary to ask first. And here, I think this is a better drinking obligation, Ryan, than Taint Ooze. He hastily stepped out of the spreading wetness on the carpet.
Right.
A large damp spot decorated the front of his rough coat.
Oh yeah, it did.
oh, that's nice.
All right, did I earn it back?
Yes. Nice.
Nice.
So, they hear about Alana.
Alana.
Sorry. They're like, fuck Alana. Bitch has got toe. Bitch has got toe with us. But they're like, it doesn't matter. The bonds, it doesn't work that way. We don't share men more out of courtesy than anything. It's not. It'll be fine. And he says, well, we do want to share you. We will share you if you agree. She softened her tone. I am asking, Rand, we are asking, please let us bond you. And he's like, all right. I can't say I don't want this because I do.
Yeah.
Light burn me for this. And his concerns are valid because he's like, guys, you know what this means. I have to die. I have to die. And you know what happens with the warder and the Aes Sedai. If the Aes Sedai that they're bonded to dies, generally the warders die not too long after. They suffer pretty much the exact same pain. So he obviously doesn't want this, but they're begging him. It's his three lady loves. They've been as open as they could be. Yeah. And he's like, all right, fine. Do it. There's a beautiful little ceremony, like the linking and the passing of the bond, so that all the weaves seem to be one, even though there were three to the one. It was really nicely worded. And as soon as it's done, they're like, "Holy fuck, Rand! What are you living with, my man?"
Right? Oh my gosh.
Ow! So much pain.
This was such a cool moment. I feel like this is what the reaction that they had. I feel like I feel like if anybody was in that situation and all of a sudden you were just like able to feel what your partner has been through and deals with, like on a daily basis, like we're all so accustomed to our own shit, right? Like we don't notice it as much anymore. We've had to figure out how to cope with it for so long. Can we turn this music down just a smidgen? It's really loud to me. But and then
I'm
but,
sorry
like,
that hey, do you want another drink at the club?
anyways.
All right.
So yeah, I just think it would be really crazy to experience that. That's all. It's just nuts.
For Rand, so it
No,
says,
I-
"Oh, light ran the pain." Min murmured in a hurt voice. "I never knew. I never imagined. How can you stand it? There are pains you don't even seem to know, as if you've lived with them so long they're part of you. Those herons on your hands, you can still feel the branding. Those things on your arms hurt. And your side, oh, light, your side. Why aren't you crying, Rand? Why are you crying?" And
Yeah.
Avienda's like, "He's the Karn, as strong as the threefold land itself." Ha. And then
She's so
she
great.
says, she starts to cry. She says, "The veins of gold. Oh, the veins of gold. You do love me, Rand." And there is laced through it laced through the emotions in her head. Quote, "Golden veins pulsed and glowed whenever he looked at Min or Avienda or her. He did love her. He loved all three of them."
So that's pretty amazing. Like, to get some sort of like visceral confirmation that your partner loves you.
Right.
Like,
What boners are for? Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, right? No, that is. Sorry. It would be so cool to like what you see gold pulse through their veins every time that they look at you because they love you so much. Like, yeah, that would be really cool, right? I don't know.
Mhm.
Ryan, you look at me like that though. I feel like I can see that on you. You're
with
so
these
sweet.
highly expressive eyes.
Obviously, when your puppet is staring at me, I feel the exact same way.
What do you mean, puppet? What do you mean? Where? What are you talking about?
Anywho, yeah, that would be a lot though to handle all the shit of another person and experience like what they're experiencing. I think mainly because not because it's like, well, I don't know. I guess he's the Dragon Reborn, but like, okay, hold on a second. I just switched gears here. Why doesn't Rand feel all their shit? Or do we just not hear about it? Isn't he
Well,
supposed
hey, he's what, like, feel what,
Or,
their
like
menstrual cramps? Sorry.
honestly though, why doesn't he? Why? I mean, maybe we just aren't getting any information about it. But
Well, he just bonded them. Yeah, and we haven't gone in his head yet.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I guess.
Yeah.
How come we've never heard about the Aes Sedai being able to see love from their warder till now?
Well,
we haven't.
These manly men would have to admit, like, it's probably happening, but they're just too dumb to notice.
Wouldn't the Greens know about it? I mean, I guess we just haven't seen anyone talk about weaves. The warder weave really is what it boils down to. But
I think you're right, and most of the warders that we've seen are longtime warders. So those veins of gold, they're probably few and far between now. You know what I mean?
So because Avienda and Elaine are like sisters, and they feel lots of things now because they're bonded in a specific way, and then now Avienda and Elaine and Min, but she doesn't matter in this equation at this moment, are all bonded to Rand. Does like Avienda's experience of Elaine and Rand's lovemaking, is that like doubly weird for her? Because she can like feel it from both of them?
I think so.
Right? And what the fuck do you do with that if you're Avienda? Jesus.
Just, there goes your no nut November.
What she does, she blocks it out, right?
What?
Doesn't she block it out?
I think she tries. They both are trying to.
They're
Oh.
trying to. Yeah, it's
They both try to. I don't know if they're.
It's
how
like
successful
wrapping,
they were.
yeah, wrapping it in like a kitchen towel or a dish towel or something was what.
Yeah, like a really
Something
flimsy metaphor
Yeah.
of like.
It's like
oh,
hiding under the bed and then
okay.
your parents start fucking. You're a kid, you hide under the bed and then your parents just start making love on top of you. You can't ignore that
Yeah,
shit.
it's like, hey, well, if I close my eyes, then I'm not here anymore. I disappeared. Now
Oh, this is
now I'm not in existence. I can't.
We
see
all
it.
do. We all do, Joe.
Josh. Hey, Josh should, he's too busy checking his stocks.
Thank you, Joe.
Cast.
I have veins of gold for you too.
Hey, you
know what?
can't steal him for your
Hold on,
fucking
yeah.
toy
Hey.
show, Joe. He's under contract.
Are they poaching? Don't
I see
poach.
what you're doing.
Don't
I
poach.
see what you're doing.
He's trying to poach the talent.
We don't poach.
So
on the
let me
way.
ask you this line.
Off the
You will
way.
have to help me with my button, she said unsteadily. I cannot take the dress off by myself. He just ripped that shit off, right?
Yeah.
But that's Rand's style. Is he gets all animal, remember?
All right, here's a good question. Is the bond amplifies because of the sister bond and the fact that Rand can't channel?
Oh, they're making channel too. It's like three
Well,
layers.
Dan already thinks he's just doing like just the most amazing, like what true power sex.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. She is just.
Well, not
like-
anymore. Now he's all.
Stunning, probably.
We love you too, Dean. It's good to see you.
Dry heaves in the corner.
Yeah, he's like, hey, watch this. I did this to
This
men.
orgasming on top of like a giant rod of power, and he's like making it happen, but she's like up on the ceiling just fucking doing spins, squirting every
Do you-
which way, and he
Do you just squirting every which way?
And he's just like, oh, babe, keep it up. That's so hot.
Oh no!
Oh.
my microphone didn't like that.
Oh, damn it.
I made that happen.
Yeah,
Um.
bring it to honey.
All right, so we
Was-
get a pretty interesting conversation, I think, with Min and Alvianda. They're walking down the hall. They're not friends yet. They don't really know each other. Elaine and Avienda are besties. They're sister wives, sister girls, sister best friends.
First sisters.
They're like Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes' wife. Like
What?
Dan,
Boo boo.
no one gets that.
the best of friends. So
Wait,
tight.
the guy
Look,
that
right, I matched the art.
Wait, the guy that Taylor Swift is into as a football quarterback is married?
No,
No.
his best friend.
No, he has a guma, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He has the
No, it's the quarterback of that team. His wife is
Kelsey Grammer.
butting up, is always trying to get next to Taylor Swift. Dan vehemently despises this woman.
I don't like
for
her.
some reason. I couldn't even pick her out of a crowd. I couldn't pick her out of a 5-person lineup. But Dan's like, oh, Patrick Mahomes' wife. What do you call
Oh
it?
man, oh, man.
I'm sure most people in the chat agree with you. Just go with your feelings, man.
I think that she's an attention seeker.
Whore?
I
Taylor
didn't say whore. No, Taylor Swift. No, Taylor Swift had attention gravitated. She is Tavarin for attention. It just happens. She can't help it.
Yeah. She's married to Travis Kelsey Grammer twice.
Kelsey Gar.
That's amazing.
There's the phrase jiggery pokery. Is jiggery pokery, is that a drinking obligation?
No, but But oh wait, whoops. Where'd it go? Horses is. Speaking of horses,
Horses.
Oh yeah, we needed a very special, sexy version.
I'll share it now.
That's so funny, Ryan.
I wasn't dancing.
So
Oh,
they're
I
walking.
wasn't watching you dancing either.
Huh?
I totally was not watching you dance at all.
No,
See,
no.
backstage is the best.
You want to be that.
So Min and Elaine have or Min and Avienda are walking, and they don't know each other. Min made some stupid toe joke about toe feet. I don't care, which Avienda did not like.
Very racist.
Very racist. And they both have this like thing going on. This quote, a little ball of emotion. She's like, what would making love to him be like after this when she knew everything? Light, of course, he would know everything about her too. She was definitely uncertain of how she felt about that. End quote. If that bundle of emotions becomes
How dare people actually communicate in Wheel of Time?
Right.
A red roaring wildfire raging through a tinder dry forest. She said if she had known this furnace, this fierce hunger was inside him, she would have been afraid to let him touch her.
Drink.
She says, hey, Elaine should have had that that abortive tea, the contraceptive tea, because I've seen that she's going to get preggers from this. It says she should have drunk that heartleaf tea, she babbled. She'll get with child from this. 2 of them, a boy and a girl, both healthy and strong. And Avienda's like,
I hear it only works 70% of the time.
What? Oh.
But the Herbalife tea?
Yeah,
Heartleaf.
they, one of the things they lost in Age of Legends was abortifaction.
Yeah.
Only 4 out of 5. What's 90's title again in the fucking 2 rivers? Man.
Wisdom.
Wisdoms. Only 4 out of
Yeah.
5 wisdoms recommended. Haha. It
Yeah.
would've been better had I-
Yes.
Well, I heard it makes you throw up violently, which maybe Rand sipped her tea instead. So it says, quote, Min wondered whether to tell her, Avienda, what she had seen while they were all together. Avienda would have Rand's babies too, 4 of them at once. Something was odd about that, though. The babies would be healthy, but still something odd. And people often did not like hearing about their futures.
That's a great foursome.
Yeah, it's a good foursome.
What do you guys take anything? I mean, so Avienda's gonna have quadruplets.
That's a great foursome.
Yeah, it's a good foursome.
Quadruplets, yeah.
Quadruplets.
And something odd about them, but they'll be healthy, but something odd. Do you have any thoughts?
One will represent one of the 4 in this group. What?
They're mini-me's?
Yeah. One will look like Min, one will look like Avienda.
Yeah.
One will look like
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay, mini me's.
That's amazing.
Write that down,
That is amazing.
Thank you.
And like
that
spitting images
my-
of each one of them. Oh my God. I want to see Baby Rand.
Honestly, baby Min.
I'm picturing like Muppet Babies. Right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Or Rugrats?
Rugrats, yes, Rugrat style with like the overly drawn heads.
And they have like a naive Angelica. You dumb baby!
Totally.
You
she's-
wool-headed babies!
Yes, exactly. She's just angry all the time at all the other babies.
So this shows that Rand is going to have 6 offspring. Any thoughts? At least 6. Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Okay. Anything about the children being odd?
Other than the fact that they all look like their parents. I'm kidding. Okay. I don't know. What do you
Right.
mean?
They all look like the mailman?
No.
4 of them at once. Something was odd about that, though. The babies would be healthy, but still something odd.
Mama drank too much usquai.
Squy.
I don't know.
I mean, have
Their eyes are just a little too close together.
A little too close together, you know, but only if you look at them for too long.
Yeah.
If you just do a quick glance, it's fine. They're like a Monet. It's fine from far away, but if you get up close, it's just a big mess.
they didn't have terms like hydrocephalus back in the day.
Oh no. Oh, we're going to hell.
Do we know of? Do we have current day of 2 channelers producing children? I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hey, I just realized midwife is because you're right between the legs. Just figure that out right now. I love names.
Yeah.
Right? That's where they are.
Yeah, they're in the
Right.
middle.
In
of
the
the
middle.
leg.
Middle
yeah.
of the knees. Yeah. Okay.
Why the wife part?
Ryan, we were getting to something good here.
Okay.
Yeah, that joke.
Right.
Yeah, this whole 1 hour and 41 minutes was worth it for that joke.
So if Moradin is in control of Rand's body sometimes, could these children be Moradins?
Ooh. That is some taint.
No, Josh, because I don't think you understand how biology works. That's some taint. That's funny. That would be
Okay,
Brian.
so
Well, Kay said the one that we're gonna have a little Min and a little Rand and a little Lane and a little.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Telling Josh he doesn't know how biology works.
So could these children be more?
You're like,
Maybe
but that's
some-
ridiculous, Josh.
Damn. Love you guys.
Yeah, I like that more than yeah.
Hey, no,
You
Dad,
think
cows have 4 stomachs. Like, maybe they have 4 uterine.
Dinosaurs had 2 brains, Ryan.
What?
Yeah, one in their
in their
dick
tail.
and one in the...
One of the dick, one. That's why they called it the midbrain.
Yeah, they call it the midbrain, yeah. The executive functioner.
Because it was between the legs, All right. So, is Josh and Kate? Do you think that Morden is also having these negative effects?
The gagging?
I
The
mean,
gagging, the
The
dizziness.
sickness?
oh well, he's protected from the taint, so maybe not.
Isn't he like
Yeah.
part of the? Isn't he
Maybe
like?
he's having
um,
other afflictions instead.
Hmm.
Wait, isn't he more intertwined, like in the taint? I'm forgetting the concept of.
No, the Great Lord protects the Forsaken from the taint.
Thank you. Okay.
No, actually, is he like getting goodness?
Maybe
he, like-
he's feeling he's feeling bouts of
Yeah,
like
he's
euphoria.
feeling great. Yeah. He's like, what? Did I just take
"Woo, what
Joe
the
Rogan's
fuck is this?"
Alpine?
So I feel like I just busted my load and had ice cream the same time. What's
And
happening?
Rand is turning into the Lech who's fucking 3 women. He's like, yeah. He's living his Morden life, and Morden is like, tending sheep.
I mean,
So yeah, it sounds like Rand is destined to have 6 children, which is news.
that's bummer. That's a real bummer.
Like, is tonight the night? Are we
Tonight's the night
dropping?
that she's getting
Are
pregnant.
we?
Yeah.
I mean, we know we're dropping seed, but is it being accepted? Is the doorman, think it's
Yep.
sexy enough to come in?
Yep.
It checks
Yep.
it. Checks the semen's ID. Looks him up and down.
She'll get with child from this.
Do you remember?
And so I wonder. Was it that time or the second time that they started feeling it?
I don't.
Yeah. But
Oh.
it's probably the first time. Knowing Elaine, she probably got pregnant right that fucking first time.
No
All right,
way.
Matt Stagger.
Matt Stagger, we love
I
you.
hope, good luck. May the scans
Aw.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everyone
positive.
think
Here.
positive shit, literally.
Yeah, I want
Positive
that scan to be a tableau Rousseau.
Tableau Rasa.
Hey,
Rus-
you
Rus-
say Rasa.
Rosa.
I say what did I say Rousseau?
Tableau Rousseau.
Yeah, it's Rusa.
Tableau Rousseau.
All right.
Jacques Rousseau. Tableau Clouseau.
They run into Brigitte. Brigitte is like, is she fucking? Is she fucking? Is she?
Yeah.
She fucking? She's
Yeah.
like, She's like, if she's doing what I think she's doing, I'll kick her tickle hard around the bloody palace.
No,
Then I'll
this
flaming
is one
weld
of the
her
best
so she
parts.
can't sit.
She
Yeah,
was interrupted
Bert-
like mid-sentence though, wasn't she? She was like in the middle of saying something, and then it's like she's like
they're
talking,
like-
and then it's like, oh my god,
Yeah,
what the fuck is she doing? If she's doing what I think she's doing, okay.
Dude, she comes in like Mr. Roper, Dan.
And what is that? Where she orgasmed at the table when Harry met Sally. It's like,
And this is even with the
Yeah, Meg Ryan faking the orgasm.
but not fake. She'd just be like experiencing somebody else's orgasm, and it's not in her control because it's not her.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cliff Fleck is in the house.
Yeah.
That's Cliff and his lovely wife.
What's up, Cliff?
All right,
All right, so I'm gonna get a little. We're an adult show here, guys. The second time it started going down, right? It's like they start to feel like this thing, and it feels that she's like. Elaine is all right. Men do not understand. All right, so they're gonna go drink usquai, and and Brigitta's like, I intend to get drunk enough to take off my clothes and dance on the table, and not a hair drunker. She says men did not understand them at all, or why Aviendha stared at Brigitte and suddenly began laughing about this being a wonderful joke, but she was sure she knew why Elaine was blushing, if she actually was. That hard ball of sensation in her head was a raging wildfire again. So I have a theory that Rand did, as in Game of Thrones they referred to as the Lord's Kiss, that he's like, hey, did you know that we can do mouth stuff on each other? And I think that's what she was blushing. I think that's
oh, he was she was doing the Uncle Junior.
the Uncle June. Yeah, she was being Uncle June. He's like, yeah, and then next day Tony was golfing and like making just pussy jokes.
Nice.
But so yeah, that's my theory. What do you think the blushing is all about? And in fact, Elaine's point of view later, she says She could hardly believe it had been her. Wait, it said she remembered her abandoned the night before and most of the day as well. She could hardly believe it had been her and thought that she should be blushing like the sun. But she wanted to be abandoned with Rand, and she did not think she would ever blush again, not for anything connected to him. So they were properly intimate. And she's like, yeah, he saw he was three-hole Charlie. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. She probably farted on him. She's like, yeah, I'm not blushing anymore. We're all good. Now
So if you can't channel, you can't do the napkin trick with the connection. So the handkerchief trick.
What is this?
Is that
The handkerchief trick? It's where they wrap the handkerchief around the cock to catch the. I mean, and when they wrap it around the connection to keep it dull.
They're like imagining it wrapped.
Amanda can do it to her connection to Elaine and to Rand. Elaine can do it to Brigitte, but Min and Brigitte can't do it to Elaine or to Rand or to Rand. Yeah.
Wait, Min and Brigitte can't. Wait, when you say do it, do you mean
They can't wrap their connection in the handkerchief to dull it, which is
So
why
they
they have to get wasted.
dull it?
Right. They just feel him having sex with Elaine the whole time.
Right.
Well, Brigitte feels Elaine having sex with Rand, and Min feels Rand having sex with Elaine.
Right. Okay.
and Avienda feels it all, baby.
We're talking about. I know they're all just like what's weird though is like they might as well all be in the same room because they're all going through it anyways. And Elaine and Rand are the only ones actually having sex. So.
All right, so I'm sure there's a fan fiction with the other three women masturbating in the room as
Dovey.
Probably.
It's number 4.
Avienda and Min are just like, so I found these really nice shaped stones and I've been holding on to them for a special occasion. And thus the vibrator was born.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say bed wall balls.
No.
All right, so they say that the poly community is more or less just committed to scheduling. They're just scheduling fetishists, and this would be, I think, kind of a nightmare if you were like, all right, Rand, let's we're gonna have dinner with we're going to Ryan's house for dinner. We got to leave by 5. He's like, all right, yeah, I got to work, but I'm going. And then you like totally feel you and your sister wife boning. You're like, we're gonna be late, man. I knew this. This makes me, you know, you can tell when like you're like, all right, I'm gonna make dinner, and what if Rand's just beating it, like taking a shower, and spanking. Like, do they feel that?
They're like waiting at the door for him so that they can get to the party on time, and he's just masturbating in the shower, and they're just like, "Are you fucking serious again? Like we are already 10 minutes late, bitch."
They're like, we all feel that.
You know what you're doing.
At least shove it in one of our pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Shove it. You said shove it. Iris Fair, isn't the Amazon show enough for you?
So we do agree that Min does not have quite the same experiences. So Avienda, when Avienda is with Rand, Elaine is going to feel both the bond from sister and from warder. When Min is with Rand, the girls will only feel the warder bond. And when Elaine's with Rand, Avienda will feel both the sister and the warder. Min only feels warder. So I think that Elaine and Avienda, their ball of emotion is more.
It's like a big ball in an ocean.
It's a bigger ball when one of if one of the other one's getting it, then they feel both. What do you think?
That's so much to handle.
Well, I mean, isn't that what being agreeing with their warders is all about? Well, but yeah, the warder can't channel. No, yeah, this is the first channeling warder.
And
Yeah.
so let's say in theory, I'm taking this way theoretical. Let's say
You mean
Elaine,
the fiction inside of the fiction?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's say Elaine is not quite feeling it that night. She's gonna get pregnant. She fakes it. She fakes an orgasm. She's like, "Oh, Rand, you're dragging dick." Oh, and then, but Avienda knows that she faked it. Will Avienda burst in and tell Elaine that she has toe?
For faking her orgasm?
Oh my god, there are so many kinks.
That's a great question.
We've got, at some
All right.
point, says I could always groom your horse if we have time. I mean, there are fetishes all over this chapter, Dan. You're so right. Galore. Really? I'm kidding. Okay. What was the
Wait, did you say horse?
Rand,
Bella.
were you in the shower masturbating, fantasizing about Lan again?
Right?
I like that crowd surfing, Bella.
that Bella care of Craig. Hermit Convention Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Wait, so I actually think from what we know of the Aiel culture, I think Avienda would be like stoked. She'd be proud of Elaine for faking it. She'd
Faking
be
an
like,
orgasm?
yeah, like yeah, have toe. There's no toe.
Can Rand only get off when the woman he's with gets off? Why do they need to fake it?
Dan said in this hypothetical, the fiction within the fiction,
Yeah, but why
Elaine,
would they fake an orgasm?
because Rand needs his ego boost.
Because
And she just wants it to end. She's like, "Oh God damn
It's
it!"
hard to-
And
yeah,
she's
it's hard to
tired.
keep
She
it
wants. She
erection
wants to
when
go
it's
to.
like-
She wants to eat some macaroni and
Listen
cheese.
to them. Listen, I know, Josh, right?
And
the
pickles.
puppets with the excuses here.
I want to cancel these
So
two.
many
Right now.
reasons to fake an orgasm,
There's
apparently.
no reason.
I agree. I don't
You guys
think
are
so
canceled.
either. I think the puppets are wrong.
No, Josh, we're in the land of no communication. You don't think that? You don't think people are faking orgasms all the time here?
I
Hell.
Oh yeah, you think Sen Bowie has had a real orgasm in his life?
No.
Well, okay. So my question is Rand multi-orgasmic, or
Obvious.
not common enough that? Yeah, but is he having non-ejaculatory orgasms, or is he just?
What? Who cares?
Like Sting? What is he,
I
Sting?
care. I'm interested.
Is
I want to
he-
know if Rand has practiced
Is he shooting blank?
orgasmic
Is that
behavior.
what we're asking?
No, men
Do
can have
you wanna
orgasms without
send his
ejaculating.
kids
Kay.
to a lab too? What are we at? What?
No, whatever. Like that's the opposite of big loads, and all we want are big loads.
What do you think Luce Theron is doing during
How
sex?
do you guys live within a porn? Jesus, people are faking orgasms and shooting big loads.
You want
Why?
this German art porn where they're like, "Oh look, I come and nothing comes out," and everyone high fives.
Yeah, and in my head, Luce Theron is just like going, yeah, do that.
So Luce Theron is also there. Let's throw
grunting
Luce
out
Theron in the
platitudes.
mix. Okay, on top of all of them experiencing the sexual experience that's really only two of them having sex. Then there's also, we throw Luz Theron into the mix, and he's just like
Oh,
hovering
nice.
above all of them.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
Is Lewin the cunt?
Making it to everybody getting off on the same.
Oh,
No. Luz Theron can't yank it.
Gordon,
So many
Gordon's married
layers.
to Elaine. Luz Theron is married to Min, and Rand is married to Avienda. That's why he has 3 wives. We just solved it.
All right.
Yes, Josh. There we go.
And Morden
it's
is
not Molly. They're just
So the other 3 babies are gonna actually look like Morden, Luz Theron.
Yeah.
Rand.
Yeah,
What does it look like again? I have no.
why are there 2 with Rand's head? I don't understand.
Morden looks like Bowser.
What?
Morden looks
Really?
no.
Right. So I like to think that Rand made the twins.
I disagree, Mr. Stovey. I think this is a really good foursome.
Yes.
I like to think that Rand did Elaine like a few times. So I want to think that like he made the first twin, and then he like subsequent, like the second twin was like 6 hours later. That's how potent his sperm is.
Okay, so
And
it's like taking a shit. He just,
What?
Wait,
No,
what?
no, no. His sperm is so potent, like
Like
it
he-
waits a full
Did he
egg cycle.
impregnate
He impregnated her just straight up twice.
later? Okay.
No, it's because she has 4 uteruses. How do you say
Oh.
plural uteruses? Is it uteri?
Uteri? I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan,
It's like you have like 5 hysterectomies in the day, and then people are like, "Hey, what did you do with the uteri?"
Ryan, I actually got my computer technology degree from Uteri.
Not you, me, your eye.
Who's gonna do the dirty work? You or Uteri?
So Elaine wakes up in the morning. She is just like, oh, I think she has a cigarette. She looks like Katharine Hepburn, no, Audrey Hepburn, like I don't know, a Hepburn.
Those are 2 very different people.
She's like, oh God, yeah.
So, didn't Avienda have a vision of having Rand's children in Ruidian? Or having some kind of children?
Oh, was it Avienda?
Chat, help me out. I thought she only saw
I don't know
the,
what I can
the
say.
past.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like I thought she only went into the past.
I don't remember. I know Rand went into the past. I don't remember what she saw.
I thought the 3rd time they went in, they went to the future, like in the Arches. Because the women go into Ruidian 3
alright.
times.
We need some help.
So what
Chat.
happened? Yeah, what happened there then?
I
In the
forget.
future. Okay.
What happens in the arches stays in the arches.
That's what the show is like. Nynaeve's like, "Hey, I want to talk about this." They're like, "Hey, each
Right,
name is
Joe.
their own. Please don't. Please, the name's Paul. That's between y'all." So
Is
Elaine
there,
wakes up.
wait, hold on. Let's real chat. Is there Avi went into the ring. It's not the comic. Yeah. So, is there any sort of vision or prediction of Avienda having children that we've seen so far? Josh thinks he remembers that.
So
Help us
I
out.
want to ask about this. Elaine, she
Wait,
wakes
wait.
up. Rand is
She
gone.
sees her kids.
And one constantly channels the one power.
Okay.
Wait.
This is
Wait.
Yeah.
What? How did she go back in the past? And then the first one was past, second one was present, third one was future.
Just like in the 3 Arches, I thought.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't remember if it was this book or in a book in the future. So
All right, thank you, Joe.
So Elaine wakes up. Rand isn't there, but typical like romantic comedy thing in the 80s where like woman wakes up, oh, the guy was so stealthy. I got fucked so hard I didn't even know he left. I was so out. I was so dick drunk.
Dick drunk.
but
Whoa.
She's all what?
Whoa.
What?
You
This, oh, this
Dick
one?
drunk.
Oh,
Did,
yeah.
did she cry like a little uncomfortably too long?
Come on. So, but there was.
Me? Come on.
Obviously, Robert Jordan is a man because she would be getting out of bed and walking funny, at least for a moment.
This is what I'm saying. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, they're like, she's just like, oh, what? This one? Can I have a pillow to sit down on, please?
She would be like,
Sure.
what-
Well, I just,
she's like, what am I going to do about these sheets? It was my first time.
what am I gonna do about the sheet?
I don't know if I want Mistress Halford knowing I'm not a virgin. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah. I mean, don't they true power clean?
Yeah, they could probably true power that clean. Yeah, you're right.
They don't hang
Do
it
you
on
think
the
they're actually on the sheets or are they floating above?
True power, the only efficient way to clean.
No, it turns into like dust.
Oh, we don't need to put that on the screen. Come on.
I didn't.
I know, Josh. Okay, Josh, there's a reason I don't put all movies.
Josh is such
Josh again is canceled.
Seriously.
18 years old. Come on. It's legal. It's a legal film.
Toned up. Yes,
He's like
toned
60.
up, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you. I have a question. So Rand left, romantically went to the store, went to 7-Eleven, got a flower, came back, laid it on the pillow. It is a lily, a golden lily in full bloom, the dew fresh on the lush petals. Where you could have gotten such a thing in the middle of the winter, she could not begin to imagine. But she wove a keeping around it and set it on a side table where she would see it every morning when she woke. The weave was Mogideon's teaching, but it would hold the blossom fresh forever, the dewdrops never evaporating, a constant reminder of the man who had given her his heart. Now, let me ask you, this
Beauty and the
keeping, wove keeping, would this work on this? This is a flower. Could you do this to your dog that has just died? Could you just taxidermy shit?
Yeah,
And
not alive.
well,
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like you don't
but
want it, like it's
there's
with a
doom.
consciousness. Like there's a level of like consciousness that you just don't want to taxidermy your dog or anything.
Well, if it's already dead, you could preserve it.
I mean, you could preserve it. I guess you could taxidermy it, but if you're like asking if you could like bring it back to a manifest
Alive, like
was or something, like a flower can live on or something like that. I don't think that's.
I'm saying but let's say your pet had just passed. Can you open its eyes and have it like go, I love you, and then you
doing
just
that all the time. Though?
do a weave of keeping. And so why does it have to be dead then?
well,
in
it's just
order
that
for
they
this to
can't
work.
breathe if it's in there. If you put
But-
something alive in there, it would die. I mean, that's what I think.
So this is a way you can do this and they could kill.
Well, you couldn't do this as like suspended animation and then bring something back and have it be alive.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how deep this goes because the water won't even move off it.
Okay.
So, but it
So-
was a living thing at
freezing
some
it
point. This is a carbon-based form.
It's freezing it in time, so
I
no
mean-
decay happens.
It's clearly a symbol of her vagina and the hot, wet sex they just had. So
Right, right.
It's like an everlasting.
Lily is her
It's
her
like
flower.
a little frozen in time, dewy flower gift as a reminder.
Yeah, and I like the gift a lot. I was just wondering what the weave
Daisy's
could
on your
actually,
nightstand.
to what extreme that weave could actually go.
And that's from my first time.
Ryan, do you have it? Ryan,
Oh,
Ryan.
sorry, what?
Oh, gee.
Sorry.
Were you in a wave of keeping, Ryan?
No, I was.
Did you
No,
hear what we were talking about?
I was licking taint.
Okay.
You were licking taint.
Is there anything else we want to talk about?
Oh, I got a question for Kay and Orlox.
Yes.
So, imagine you're a warder
Mm-hmm.
and your Aes Sedai gets shielded.
Mm.
What impact does that have on you?
Well, she's whatever she's going through, I suppose, right? Like that's from what we understand, it's like a really big, mentally draining, like emotionally draining. It's like it affects everything about them when they can't use the one power, right?
Uh huh.
Does the bond continue to work if they are shielded?
Shielded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, because we don't hear about warders complaining about this. Nynaeve just got shielded, and Lan wasn't like, "Oh, you fucking got shielded," like. So
Wait, what do you mean? What are you saying then?
that it doesn't affect the warder bond if the Aes Sedai gets shielded.
But what do you think the warder experience? Like, what happens to the warder? What is that like for the warder when
I don't think anything happens at all.
They
Really?
just feel the stress that the Aes Sedai is going through,
Yeah.
but they okay.
now? So what if? So then, like, if one of these women was to get shielded, what would happen to Rand though in this situation?
Good question.
I don't. Oh, weird, right? I
Well,
wonder.
and so
Well, we know that stilling does affect the warder bond.
yeah.
Right.
So you get, if you're stilled, then you're
Right. If
I
you're
mean-
shielded, it's like,
Shielding doesn't stop them from being able to access the one power.
right. But does like the GPS work if you're
Good-
isolated?
good question.
Shielded.
I think so.
Huh. Yeah, I think so too. I agree. I think so too. I think that the shielding is not like nearly as big a deal, as what was the other one when they're cut off?
Stilled.
Stilled.
So,
That's the one.
so what does this say about that then?
but maybe over time, the warder bond gets weaker the longer you're shielded.
So what does that say about that bond versus? I mean, it's done with channeling.
The shield?
The water bond.
Oh, the warder bond.
Yeah, what does it say about the water bond that when the actual Aes Sedai who originated it is shielded, that the water still feels everything
I'm
the same?
imagining it like it's getting cut from the side of the Aes Sedai. And so it takes a while for that evaporate, like it starts evaporating from their end. And so it takes a while for that evaporation to get all the way to the warder. So maybe the bond gets weaker over time, but it never fades, or it does fade eventually, but only slowly. And
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like a slow paralysis.
that's, that's what I'm thinking of, like a slow evaporation.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I guess let's ask the same question about the sister bond then too, because that is done with the one power.
Mhm.
Would Avienda not feel anything different if Elaine was shielded?
Well, can a warder tell if an Aes Sedai can channel? No, right? They feel whatever the bond sends, but
Yeah.
they don't.
No, they don't have that. Yeah.
Wait, but how much control does an Aes Sedai have over what the bond sends or receives or disperses?
So that's always
of
that's
what Aes Sedai are experiencing.
that's always the question. Like there is, debate as to whether or not like there's like slight compulsion happening with the.
So
between
here's my
Aes Sedai and the
theory.
Warder.
Well, there is. All Aes Sedai say that they use compulsion on their warders sometimes.
Yeah. So at that point, then like
think about it this way: the shield doesn't terminate any existing connections that the Aes Sedai has. All it does is keep them from being able to access the source. It doesn't cut off bonds, or probably even weaves that are already there, but it does keep them from being able to access the source further. That's my theory
That makes sense.
as to why it would still work.
Yeah.
As opposed to when they're still, they can't do anything. Everything they've ever done evaporates. Any bond that they've made, any shielding, anything that they've done.
any move they make, any vow they break, every breath they take.
Every step they what?
So do we assume that Elaine forgot to block the bond then on Birgit?
Wait, what?
Because she had it set up. She's like, all right, I got to set this up at the last possible second.
No, she did block. Well, she dulled it. She didn't block it. She wrapped it in a handkerchief, quote unquote.
Which is so weird. Why? Of all the things, that's the best they can come up with? Like, look at the shit these people do. These women are phenomenal.
Yeah, and they count the hanky
can't
condom
block. Yeah, they use a cloth as
with
a
the dirty
as a brain
handkerchief.
condom. Exactly. Like, what is that? You
Yeah,
can't-
it says
it's not,
carefully.
like, porous, at least.
Yeah, it says carefully she considered the bundled sensation in her head that was him and the bundle that was Brigitte. There was still no change in the second. She imagined wrapping it in a kerchief, knotting the kerchief snugly, and Brigitte was gone. There was only Rand and the shining golden veins.
All right, so
I think
let's-
Elaine's handkerchiefs are like they're a little stronger than most, or something.
all right, now we need to get back into this here. Twalk has been saying it's not compulsing. Josh remembers specifically them mentioning using compulsion on their warders.
Well, not compulsion, but pushing them. Influencing
Okay,
them.
well, no, that's very different. No, but like
I don't know if they actually use the word compulsion.
okay, I thought you sounded very, very sure. Just so you know. You know what? Behind you looks like a lot of little
Not the biggest.
guys. Behind Josh is a lot of little beanies just intertwined. I just realized this. Just
What?
Looks like Narnia's back there. Oh, that thing is a bunch of beanies
Yeah.
on the top view.
yeah.
It's called Meeting of the Minds.
Oh yes, nice, Josh. All right, wait, no, do it again. I want a screenshot.
It's men's vision.
Yes.
Look left or look straight. All right, boom.
Boom.
All right, so real fast, Elaine wakes up. She's dick drunk. She's like, "Oh, I'm ashamed, but I'm not ashamed." I love it. That's the best kind of sex. I mean, you kind of have a little shame and a little not shame, right?
What?
Yep. Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
If it don't smell like acid,
Yeah. You gotta. There's gotta be a little. You're putting yourself out there each and every time. Come on.
Why would you be? Why would you feel shame about that? Okay, I'm not getting into this.
No.
Move on.
Well, for the it's
Move on.
Elaine. It's Elaine we're talking about. She still has stained, probably
Yeah, she's a queen.
hymen
she's
sheets.
Queen.
Olivia split the
can an
palace.
Aes Sedai get their hymen healed?
Oh my god.
Hymens aren't real.
It's just an invention of man.
Hi, Scroll. All right, so Nynaeve and Lan also split the palace. They don't know where they are at. They took some powerful Angreal and stuff, and Nynaeve left a hastily scribbled note that was hidden amongst the remainder that was disturbing to Elaine. And that's how it ends. Right, and this was a big chapter, relationship-wise, emotionally. Do you think that this is good for Rand or a liability? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good answer. What is the benefit? Is there a benefit to him being bonded as their warder? Besides the sex stuff that we went into great detail about.
That they now know where he is and he knows where they are.
That's the funniest freeze right there, guys. Look at that.
Relax. Don't do it. So they can know where he's at. They can also know, I guess, if he's hurt more.
Yeah.
If he's in trouble that way. And I guess the negative is they're going to have to. They have constant pain now. They have to deal with constant pain, which is weird.
Okay. There's laptop
I
again.
stepped on the thing or something, I guess, at some point, and it unplugged it.
All right, well, joined.
I love how Brigitte said the line here is, she might be proper as a Talmori maiden, except when it comes to putting her head on the chopping block, but I think she'll wind up her courage to put him through his paces again. And even if she does whatever it was she did, she'll forget and be back in my head. I won't bloody go through that again. Yeah, I mean, I guess people just get used to. All right, my warder's likes to beat off after warder practice. You just get used to like these intimacies, you know. I don't know, right? You just kind of get used to. I mean, that you're. I said I had sex. Your warder has sex. Moraine mentioned that Lan was kind of a hit with the ladies at one point, and I think we talked about it.
What's going on? Are you rocking out, Josh?
Where's that music coming from?
Can Josh hear us? Josh, can you hear us?
I think Josh's neighbors his car just drove by. No,
I can hear you.
Oh, just fun. All right. So, is there anything else we wanted to say about this?
Not that I can think of, sir.
We've talked a lot, so it's cool if we don't.
We're great. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of ground. This was a very.
These are fun chapters. I just feel like we're going to continue to reference them.
Yeah, no, these are major events. Yeah, we hit it from high, we hit it from low. We jabbed, we stuck and moved all over it. We shuffle stepped. I think, let's call these chapters fully beaten down.
Fully beaten down. Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do 13 through 16 next week. I'll be on the road.
Again?
Again?
Again.
Okay.
And Ryan, honestly, I just can't wait.
To get back?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, playing music with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except that doesn't happen.
Oh.
No, because you insist
Can
on.
you drive right
Yeah.
next
I
door?
know, because I haven't come visit you yet. I know.
I mean, look at this room, Brother Dan.
No,
Look at all the instruments you could play.
Dan, I was gonna say it's because you just can't. You demand to play the keytar, the electric keytar, in like so many situations. It's just not appropriate.
Yeah. I'm a big guitar run through the moog.
Keytar through the moog.
I happen to
Moogs are
be
heavy.
of the opinion that a keytar is actually best played when it is not the right time or environment.
Okay, I'll keep that
I
in
think
mind.
guitars go best during the like absolute wrong everything.
The wrong time.
Yeah.
Ryan, if you have a
Oh,
guitar and
Hey, all right. Next time I'm midwifing, all of a sudden, keytar out.
Ryan, if you've ever seen a guitar, if you ever seen someone do a jump by Van Halen, rocking on the guitar.
Yes.
But then the solo. When it's on the guitar, it's like Ingwe fucking Malmsteen.
Anyway. All right.
That's
Humans
it.
on all the
Good night,
spectrum.
everybody.
All right, I love you. I'm proud of you. See you at church.
Blood